Sunday afternoon baseball is next. And good afternoon, everybody. We welcome you into the Texas League live broadcast here on the show. And now, here is the star of the show, the one, the only, John Baker. Thank you, Bob. Happy Sunday afternoon, everybody, as we get you set for baseball here today. It is the final game, last ever meetup between the San Antonio Missions and the Tulsa Drillers as we get ready to conclude our 6-game series against San Antonio and the Drillers. Well, today we will have a 9-inning contest as we'll bring it to you live here from Tulsa, Oklahoma on a beautiful Sunday afternoon here in Drillville. Well, it'll be our last time that we see this pretty good, awesome ballpark here in Tulsa. And so far, going to be a pretty sad day for us here today. Well, anyway, joined in the booth by my partner and longtime friend, Bob. How you doing? Doing good, John. How are you? I am doing good. Well, a happy Sunday to you. It is also Bark in the Park Sunday presented by our pet supply places. And so far, I see you got the dogs with you. Yeah, we got the dogs, and so far, pretty good on that. Well, anyway, today after this game, Missions will head home. They take on Midland starting Tuesday through Sunday this next following week. And so far, to start off a 12-game homestand as we get going. This is May 3rd, 2026 in the homestand. And so far, pretty good on top of that as we get things off to a start here today. Well, it was a series divided last night. We started at 4:05 with 2 7-inning games, with San Antonio taking the first game 7-5 and Tulsa taking 7-6 in the second game, with the series split in both wins. Well, gotta say, pretty good today as we'll get ready to go home after today. And so far, we take on Midland there in San Antonio, and gotta say, gonna be a pretty good one when we do that. Yeah, I gotta say, John, absolutely. And knowing it's your birthday coming up, it makes me happy to say it's gonna be a pretty good honor to see what happens this next week against Midland. That is for sure. Well, anyway, we are just about set to go on this afternoon. And so far, our last ever game between the two ball clubs against the San Antonio Missions and the Tulsa Drillers. And so far, pretty good on that. Well, we'll go ahead and take you downstairs as we have our last ever stream in Oklahoma on a beautiful, hot, sunny afternoon. And so far, make sure you guys are drinking plenty of water as we get ready to go on this afternoon. Well, anyway, it is winner take all here today as the Drillers and Missions get going. Right-hander Griff McGarry coming in, 98 on the 4-seam, curveball, changeup, slider, and a 2-seam fastball. Get on the mound for the Drillers here today. Well, Clay Dungan getting the call, the shortstop. And so far, a beautiful day here in downtown Tulsa, Oklahoma. And the first pitch in for the strike, and we are underway. In the count now, 0-1. Blue sky, I gotta say, love the Oklahoma atmosphere. And that is in for the cold strike, and the count now 0-2. Bark in the Park Sunday provided by our pet supply places. Also our fans there in West Creek Trail Rides. Well, the center fielder, Kai Roberts, coming up. Salas will follow in. Sanabria, Carpathios, and Boda in middle. Verdugo, Murphy, and Castagnone will wrap it up on this Sunday afternoon here for the San Antonio Missions. Kai Roberts coming in, is ready to go. And here's the windup and the pitch. That one's going to be a liner straightaway up in front. And that's through, down for the base hit. And he's going to reach in, and that's a one-out double for Roberts.
The catcher, Ethan Salas.
Ethan Salas coming in now. And so far, pretty good. Don't forget, San Antonio will have a night game on Tuesday against Midland. Wednesday morning, a 11:05 game for Severe Weather Awareness Day. That's game 2 against the Rockhounds. No balls and 1 strike. Here's the pitch. That one is a high pop-up straightaway left field. And that is out number. Pretty good on that.
Batting fourth, the first baseman, Romeo Sanabria.
Romeo Sanabria, the first baseman, coming in. Getting ready to go here. 2 outs, runner at second after the third hole hitter getting in. That is center fielder Kai Roberts. 2 outs, runner at second. Romeo Sanabria to the plate. And he'll put that one in for a strike, and the count now 0-2. Boy, gonna miss this place after today. It's been one heck of a day to see the Missions go after this one. Well, strikeout will be in. No runs, a hit, no errors. 1 left on for San Antonio as we go now to the bottom of the first. Sunday afternoon. It's no score through the top half of 1. We'll bring you the San Antonio starter on the mound as we'll get ready to go here in this one. Bow set to go as we head to the bottom of the first, right now the Drillers Baseball Network. Well, Evan Federer coming in now, a right-hander. Will get the call for San Antonio on the hill as we get things ready to go for this sixth of this last game here against these two
The
ball
leadoff hitter
clubs.
this afternoon, the center fielder,
Kendall
number
George
0,
coming in, first of the afternoon.
George.
Is ready to go. Here's the pitch, is in for a strike, and the count now 0-1. No balls, 1 strike the count, and here's the pitch. And that is in for a strike, and the count now 0-2. And that's right there, called third strike.
The third baseman,
And they got him down. And that'll bring in Kyle Nevin. DePaula, Hope, Earnhardt will be next. Decker, McLean, Young, and Lockwood Powell will round it up here for Tulsa on this Sunday afternoon. 1 out, nobody on. Here is Kyle Nevin as he's going to put that one straight away center through for a base hit. Boy, that would get the crowd happy, wouldn't it, Bob? I gotta say, John, yes it would. Here is Josu DePaula as that will be out of play in the count now 0-1. Absolutely love Oklahoma, and yes, we're gonna miss it when we leave here today. Here's the 0-1, and that's going to be right there. Line straight away to center, and that's getting through for the base hit. Now first and third, 1 away.
The right fielder, Zaire Hope.
And that'll bring in Zaire Hope. Hope coming in is ready to go. Pretty good line drive base hits coming in. Hope coming in, the count now 0-1 to him. And so far, a pretty good one. Here's the 0-1. That's a swing and a miss. And the count now 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. First and third, 1 away here in the bottom of the first for Tulsa. And that is right there, called third strike. And they got him out for out number 2. Zach Earnhardt coming in. And that's going to be right there straight away. Up in time. And they will avoid danger as that will be the side retired. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, 2 left on for Tulsa as we head to the second inning. And it's no score through 1. Back here at the ballpark for the second inning for San Antonio, Braden Carpathios coming in as we get ready to go on this beautiful Sunday afternoon here in Drillville. No ball, 1 strike to Carpathios. So far, a pretty beautiful afternoon. And that's right there, line drive, and that is gone. And San Antonio by Braden Carpathios will get a home run, and they will lead it. Man, what a way to get something going. Yep, that was a hard hit ball right out of the ballpark. And now San Antonio leading it 1-0 against the Drillers. Jace Bowden coming in. Here is the pitch to him, and that's going to be lofted high in the air straight away, up in right field. And that is a quick out number 1.
The third baseman, Rosman Verdugo.
Well, that'll bring up Rosemont Verdugo as he comes in. Well, you want to go for some, Bob? You can. Okay. Well, thank you, John, and I'll be glad to do that. Verdugo coming in, and he'll take one and inside. And the count now 0-1. Beautiful day here today, right, John? I gotta agree, yes. That is in for the strike, and the count now at 0-1. Or 0-2, I should say. Here's the 0-2. And called third strike. They got him. Boy, McGarry getting that third strikeout for Tulsa. And it's pretty good. Gotta say, you're absolutely right, Bob. You know, right there in the end for a code strike, and it's the count now at 0-1. Ty Murphy, the left fielder, coming in to this game here today. And that is in for a strike. The count now 0-2. So Francisco Acuna, he said he was going to be out 2 to 3 months due to the ankle injury. Well, that's what the note said there, Bob. Well, right there, that is a play made, as that is out number 3, side retired, as we are 2.5 here today. San Antonio leading it 1-0.
Leading off for Tulsa, the first baseman, Cameron.
First baseman is Cameron Decker, as he'll lead it off. Bob, do the honors. Thank you, John. Decker coming in 6, 7, and 8 in the bottom of the second inning. That one is got high in the air, straightaway center field. Moving under it is Ty Roberts, as he'll make the play for out number 1.
Batting 7, the shortstop, Sean McClain.
Well, the shortstop is Sean McClain as he comes in. McClain coming in and is ready. Here's the pitch. That's high fly in the air, out of play, foul. And the count now 0-1. 0-1, here's the delivery, and that is high in the air, straight away. And the right fielder, Carpathios, runs it down. Boy, what a play by the right fielder, even for the out. And that is 2 down against the Drillers. Taylor Young coming in, and he'll foul that one off. And the count now 0-1. No balls, 1 strike, and the pitch. That one's got high in the air, straight away. The second baseman looks at it. That's Castañon, and that is the inning. Boy, no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody on for Tulsa. We head to the...
Leading off for...
Well, we'll have a quick break, and Marcos Castañon will lead it off for San Antonio when we come back. About set to go for the third inning right now, the Drillers Baseball Network. Well, leading it off for San Antonio, Marcos Castañon will come in as he'll take in a strike. And the count now, 0-1. No balls, one strike. Boy, John, you did a lot yesterday. The doubleheader, and now trying to do another here today. Oh, yeah, for sure. You know, we're both a team. And as in the booth, we have to make sure that we are taking our turns. Yeah, that's for sure. The 0-2, right there, liner straight away to left field, and that's a base hit. Boy, that was a well-defined base hit, if you know what I mean. Yeah. Well, that'll bring in the shortstop Clay Dungan as he gets in. Boy, just said that Francisco Acuna is going to be out for a few months. You know, and as I said before, Bob, that my dad fell down the ladder. Yeah. Oh, I tell you, I mean, he had to be in a wheelchair or electric scooter or on crutches for 2 months. So you're thinking it'd be 2 to 3 months before he comes back. Well, I could say yeah to that. Called third strike, and he got him. You know, that'd bring in Kai Roberts as 1-for-1 double here today. Well, that would be really good, but well, since Acuna is going to be off, or is he going to get paid for his injury? Well, prior to Major League Baseball, he will be paid on a paid leave of absence. And so far, pretty good, because now that will take care of him, and just to make sure that he's okay while he is off on ankle surgery. Well, ankle injury, not surgery. So they just get, well, did he say that his boot was in a cast? Well, in the letter, he did describe that. But, yeah, I know that it probably would have been, but most evidently, I think his foot would be throbbing, it would be hurting. Just kind of like my dad when he fell down off the ladder. And he was telling me, oh, my foot hurts. Oh, ouch. It felt like the toe-biting dog biting my toes. Oh, you're funny, John. I like you. Well, I like you too there, Bob. Well, no runs hit. One hit, one error, no errors, and nobody left on, or should I say one left on. Well, bottom of the third, San Antonio leading it by 1. Griffin Lockwood Powell coming in as we go bottom of 3, as that's a swing and a miss, the initial offering for a strike, and it is 0-1. Here's pitch, and that is clearly inside, and the count now 0-2. Don't forget, this broadcast is brought to you in part by Picani's new series. Season 3 premieres this fall right here to Jay Baker Flags. That one is high fly in the air straight away up to left field as Kai Murphy gets it. And there's one down.
The center fielder, Kendall George.
Well, we're top of the lineup now. Kendall George coming in is 0-for-1, a strikeout. Starting to see a few clouds in left field. Most evidently a beautiful day on this Sunday afternoon. Well, San Antonio and Tulsa will part ways after today. And yes, you know what? I did forget to literally talk about the final scores of Saturday evening. Oh, man, I bet that's rough. Okay, so we'll go ahead and give you those from last night. Arkansas beats Wichita 16-6. Northwest Arkansas beats Springfield 7-5. And boy, Drillers winning 7-6 in Game 2. Game 1 belonging to San Antonio. The final of 7-5. Amarillo winning 3-1 against Midland. Frisco against Corpus Christi 9-5. And so far, pretty good on top of that. And so far today, it's anybody's ball game. It's so far pretty good. Here's the pitch. And that one popped foul. The count now 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. The count now 0-2. One more strike away from ending this half inning. Here's the pitch. That's a high pop-up straight away up to left field. Kai Murphy under it, making the grab, and that ends the inning. Well, no runs, hits, or errors, and nobody left on for Tulsa. 4th inning coming up. San Antonio leading it 1-0.
Leading off for San
We return back to the Sunday afternoon broadcast, and here is Romeo Sanabria. Sanabria coming in is ready to go. Here's the windup and the pitch is well and inside. And the count now at 0-1. We got a beautiful day here in downtown Tulsa. And so far, gotta say, just love how these Drillers and San Antonio through the series have really been going. Oh, sad news about it, that our shortstop, Francisco Acuna, was injured. An ankle injury has occurred. Game 2 of this 6-game series. Braden Carpathios coming in now.
Ball 1.
And that is ball 1, and the count now at 1 ball and no strikes. 1-0 delivery. And that is going to be high in the air, straight away up to right field, and that's getting through for the base hit. So far, pretty good.
The batter, number 2.
Well, San Antonio Mission fans, gotta say, you are in luck for some Missions baseball. 12-game homestand coming up against the Midland Rockhounds and the Wind Surge. Don't forget, after that 12-game homestand concludes, Missions will head to Frisco. First time around to take on the Frisco Rough Riders. That is a liner straight away, and they're not going to chance it here, as that will bring in first and third.
Now batting, third baseman, Rob.
Don't forget, after Frisco, it's coming back home to take on Corpus Christi right after that. Long ending process of this series, Tuesday through Sundays, long in the season. No balls, 1 strike. Rosemont for Verdugo coming in. And that is going to be a high one straight away in time, as that is going to be out number 2. They don't chance it here with the runner at third. And so they'll keep him right where he is. Boy, that was a straightaway center field out, as Rosemont Verdugo just goes down for the out. Yeah, kind of rough around the edges there, John, if you look at it. Now, that is for sure. No balls, 1 strike to Kai Murphy, and he'll come in. We'll take strike 2. Pretty good on top of that. 4th inning, San Antonio up in front. Here's the pitch right there. Straight away up to short. They'll pass to second, and they'll cover the bag for the out, and that's the inning. Well, San Antonio still leading this game 1-0 against Tulsa. As we head to the bottom of the fourth, Josu DePaula will lead it off when we get ready to go here in this one. So we'll be back in our broadcast last day in Tulsa, Oklahoma, as we get ready to go. Now set to go for the bottom of the fourth right now, the Drillers Baseball Network. Josu DePaula coming in now as we lead it off here in the bottom of the fourth for Tulsa. And that is in for the code strike, and the count now 0-1. Next week's series against Midland. And against the Wind Surge the next following week, a 12 game there in San Antonio. That is right there, not a play found. The count now 0-2. Don't forget those games next week will be 9 innings apiece on all of those. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. Got him. And that is out number 1. Zephyr Hope coming in now as trying to get something going, and that's going to be high fly in the air, straight away in. Oh, man, that could have been an out right there. Boy, no wonder that could have been an easy error for San Antonio. It should have been. And right there in the count now, 0-2, as that is out. No balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be right there. And there is not going to be a play, as that will be a base hit. Zach Earhart coming in now. And that's going to be the second for 1. And they get them both. A double play. And with that, the side is retired. So one no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on for Tulsa. And we head now to the 5th inning. San Antonio leading it 1-0.
Leading off for San Antonio, the second baseman.
5th inning start to go. 1-for-1 single. Marcos Castañon coming up to bat for San Antonio. Beautiful afternoon as we have a cloud up there in right center field. Nothing ominous or looking threatening. And that's those storms for you, let me tell you. Right there, the count now, 0-2. 5th inning here on a Sunday afternoon as many of us are wrapping up this week in a homestand. Gotta say, John, absolutely right. And so far, pretty good as we get things ready to leave here today.
Shortstop Clay Dungan.
That'll bring in Clay Dungan as he comes in. That one is a high flyer deep to left field, and that's getting through for the base hit. And they can't catch up with it. And he's going to relay it right there as a 1-out triple.
The batter, the center fielder, number 24.
And San Antonio has their second runner on board. Man, I'll tell you one thing, the Missions need a win here very badly. Yeah, they do indeed, to make it a 12-15 in the win and loss average, which that would be pretty good. Kai Roberts, 1-for-2 double, can send this guy home. Get something going here for San Antonio. Here is the pitch. And that is crushed. Deep, high in the air. It is gone. And he unpacks them. Man, I tell you one thing, John. You did pretty good just getting that one right there. And they unload them. That is for sure. Pretty good to say the least of that. I'll just be glad when we're back in San Antonio when we take on Midland this next week. So next teams up, there'll be Midland and Wichita. Frisco, Corpus Christi. Right after that. No balls and 1 strike to count. And the windup and the pitch. And that is in for a cold strike. And the count now 0-2. That's in for a strikeout. And that is out number 2. Well, after that, San Antonio starts the month of June in Wichita, taking on 6 games against the Wind Surge. And then they'll head home for just 1 6-game homestand, taking on the visiting Frisco Rough Riders. Then it's 12 on the road, Corpus Christi and Arkansas. And that is right there and in. And that is through for a base hit. Boy, San Antonio coming in as Cage Lightning.
Braden Carpathios.
Well, Braden Carpathios coming in now, but here comes the skipper. And that's going to do for this starter here today. Well, a great home crowd we have here. Chris Campos coming in. He'll be a reliever today. So that right there will get everything going. And pretty good here in this one. Here's the pitch, and that'll be in for a strike. The count now 0-1. 2-for-2 home run double RBI in this ball game. And that's going to be right there and out of play as Carpathios tries to bunt his way on. Here's the windup and the pitch, and that's going to be right there, straight away to first, and that does it. So the bunt does not work, and with that, the side is retired. So San Antonio holding up a 3-0 lead as we head for the bottom of the fifth. Drillers up to bat right after this. Cameron Decker coming in as we'll get ready to go here in this half inning. Bounce at the go as we lead it off the bottom of the fifth right now on the Drillers Baseball Network. Cameron Decker coming in now as he'll pop that one high in the air straight away. Up near the walls, the left fielder. As Kai Murphy gets to the back of that wall. And that is out number 1. Sean McLean 0 for 1, a flyout. Getting in to go. And there's going to be another high fly. And Murphy intercepts it.
22, second baseman, Taylor Young.
Taylor Young, the second baseman, coming in, is 0 for 1 to pop out. San Antonio leading this game 3-0 in the bottom of the 5th inning. Take a strike inside. The count now 0-1. Boy, I'm enjoying Bark in the Park. And yes, we're seeing some dogs. German Shepherds, Golden Retrievers.
That's off the plate.
Yeah. How about a horse? Oh, there shouldn't be no horses allowed at the ball game and stuff there, John. Because they could wreak havoc on things. I'm just kidding. You know, but hey, if a horse can get on the field, if you can ride like a cowboy, and boy, I tell you, that'd be pretty cool. Man, that would be pretty interesting to see that today. The Bark in the Park Sunday. Here is 1 and 2. High pop up straight away, out of play, foul. And the count now at 1 and 2. 1 and 2, here's the pitch. Fouls that off again. Still staying alive on that one. 1 and 2. Right there. Back up the middle. Intercepts. Fires to first to Sanabria. And that ends the inning. What a play, as that will get the out. And so far, that will be the side retired. 6th inning coming up as we get ready to go. Boy, the halfway point of this ball game is seeing how good these prospects are playing here on the Sunday afternoon. And so far, boy, what a home run by San Antonio and Steph. Getting some outs as McGarry as he comes out on the mound for Tulsa. Line scorecard here today as we head for the top half of the 6th inning. And here is the leadoff batter, Jace Bowden. So here's the pitch, and it's in for a strike. The count now is 0-1. Ryan and Gavarsi, 2 right-handers warming up in the Driller bullpen. And we're going to take ourselves a timeout as we'll be back here in just a moment to bring you the rest of this one right after this. Well, back for the broadcast as we continue this one. And here's John Baker. Thank you, Bob. 0-1 to count now to Jace Bowden. And that is in for a called strike. And the count now at 0-2. Beautiful day here in downtown Tulsa.
Now batting.
And that is out number 1.
Verdugo.
That'll bring in Rosemond Verdugo. 0 for 2 strikeout and a lineout here today. Here is the pitch. That's a high pop-up, straightaway center. Going back on it, and it's gone. Home run for San Antonio. And boy, they are continuing to wow the Mission fans there in San Antonio by the live stream. Now, pretty good right there as they come through another cage lightning hit. Oh, yes, it was a pretty good one. And now here is Kai Murphy. As he'll strike in next for San Antonio. And the count now 0-1. Sun beating down on us with a temperature of 86 degrees, making sure that you guys stay really good when it comes to a Sunday afternoon ball game. Don't forget Tuesday evening, San Antonio against Midland, and then a Wednesday morning game. And it says to say that it will be a 11:05 start on that Wednesday, so make sure you guys tune in on top of that. Marcos Castañon, the second baseman, 1 for 1. Coming in this one. Singled last time up. And that is going to be right there, liner straight away, and that is a base hit.
Now batting, shortstop, Clay Dungan.
Now that'll bring in Clay Dungan. Man, we got a pretty good crowd here today. And so far, got to say to all that have joined in this series. 6 games against San Antonio and stuff. Well, going to be missing y'all when we head back to San Antonio, Texas. To take on Midland. But nevertheless, we will keep up to date with all the scores here in this one. No balls, 2 strikes to count. 2 outs, 1 on. And that is a called third strike. They got him. Man, I tell you one thing. That could have been an easy hit right there. But most evidently, San Antonio gets a home run. And they will stretch the lead to 1.
Leading off for the Drillers, the catcher,
Griffin Lockwood Powell coming in is 0 for 1. San Antonio leading a 4-0 shutout against the Drillers here today. That is popped high in the air, foul, and the count now 0-1. Fans really loved how this series turned out to be, and that's going to be a liner straightaway center field. And Kai Roberts getting it back in quickly as he'll corral it, making sure it doesn't get loose. Kendall George coming out now, back to the Tulsa lineup. And that is going to be out of play, foul. So looking at Tuesday, May 5th, Northwest Arkansas and Frisco, Wichita and Amarillo, Midland and San Antonio, Tulsa going to Arkansas after today's game. Here's the 0-1. Right there, swing and a miss. Count now 0-2. Beautiful day in Tulsa, Oklahoma. And gotta say, it's better than lightning storms and all types of bad weather. Here's the 0-2. Called third strike. Got him.
Now batting, the third baseman, Kyle Nevin.
Kyle Nevin coming in now. 1 for 2 last time up. And the pitch, swing and a miss. The count now 0-1. No balls, one strike the count and the pitch. And that is a high pop-up straight away. And that's going to get through for a base hit. Here comes the runner. And is in across the score. And now Tulsa chips the deficit. And San Antonio still holding just by 3 runs. Man, that was a good liner straight away to the wall. And that should have been out of here for a home run. And Tulsa should have had a 2-run shot by that one guy. That's pretty good, and that's going to be right there. Line straight, and they don't get him. Boy, he beat the throw, and now it's first and third. Boys, I fear hope is coming up now. And the pitch. That one is going to be a high fly in the air straight away. In time, the runner, here he comes, is in safely to score. And now the Drillers now trail San Antonio just by 2. Man, what a time this is to see how these boys going to come back in this one. Well, the only way that they do that there, Bob, is they really got to get things going. That is in for the strike, and the count now 0-1 to the next batter up, Zach Earhart. Earhart coming in. Here's the 0-1, and is in for the strike. And the count now 0-2. 2 outs, runner at first. Bottom of 6, San Antonio leading 4-2 in this one. And that's going to be a swung on and miss. And that will be the side retired. End of 6 here this Sunday afternoon as we head to the 7th. San Antonio leading it 4-2. Well, we'll be right back as Kai Roberts will lead us off. Top half of the 7th inning coming up. Now set to go for the top half of the 7th inning. Right now, the Drillers Baseball Network. Want to give a special shout out to our fans in San Antonio today, especially ours truly there in San Antonio, West Creek Trail Rides. And if you want to book online, just make sure you give Lana a call at 210-616-6585 to book your reservation on for a ride. Or you could get online, westcreektrailrides.com, and book for the day you want. And so far, good to go. Top half of the 7th inning, leading it off is left fielder Kai Roberts. A beautiful Sunday afternoon, last 3 innings of this one, as that is going to be well and inside for a strike. And the count now at 0-1. Last ever meetup between the two ball clubs. So far for San Antonio and Tulsa, we just thank these boys for having us as we go through this series and through the year of 2026.
Now batting, catcher Ethan Salas.
Ethan Salas coming in now as we get ready to go for him. Ethan Salas coming in. Wind up and the pitch right there. The second for one, and they got him. So 2 down. And that is a taco day for Tulsa. And so far as you look at that instant replay, that was pretty good. Romeo Sanabria, the last man here in the 7th inning. Up for San Antonio here in this half inning. That is in for a strike. And the count now 0-1. Boy, we'll go ahead and give you some final scores. Boy, Amarillo and Midland got rained out on a Saturday. So last night, San Antonio and Tulsa did a doubleheader. And so far, Amarillo and Midland was rained out. So now they are making up a doubleheader as we speak. Well, now we head for the bottom of the 7th inning as we take me out to the ball game. San Antonio out in front 4-2. So, John, you were saying that Amarillo and Midland had that double header today, and so far Midland getting beat. Boy, Arkansas took the final score 8-4 against Wichita. And then it looks like the second game, Midland beats Amarillo 3-2. Springfield beat Northwest Arkansas 7-6. And so far, the final 2 teams of this Sunday afternoon is these 2 that you see on your screen. Well, we send you back to the ballpark as we are getting ready to go here in this one. And we are definitely going to have a mound visit as Evan Federer will be at 53 pitches, which that will be the limit for our starter. Andrew Dahlquist coming in as he'll have a 4-seam, 2-seam curveball slider and a changeup coming in for San Antonio here in this one. Cameron Decker coming in 0-for-2 of the afternoon as he'll take inside a strike. The count now 0-1. 7th inning underway for the home side. And that is in for a strike. The count now 0-2. We got a big crowd here at home, don't we, Bob? Yeah, we do there, John. The 0-2. And that is fouled in the way. San Antonio up a 2-run lead against Tulsa here in this game. It's 4-2. And that is right there. Strike 3, swinging Decker down on strikes. And Sean McClain coming in is 0-for-2 and 2 flyouts. We've got to say for these 2 ball clubs, we pray that next year it will be better for these 2. And especially if 2027 will be San Antonio taking on the Travelers and Drillers there in the Alamo City. That'd be pretty nice. Yes, most definitely would. Just a lot to overcome and to turn by, I tell you. That one it's got high in the air, straight away. Up to left field is Kai Murphy as he'll get in.
The batter number 22, second baseman.
And that'll bring in Taylor Young, the second baseman, 0-for-2, a pop-out. So far, a pretty good night thus far for San Antonio and the Drillers last night, splitting up a doubleheader. And that's going to be a high pop-up, out of play foul. And the count now at 0-1. After today, Tulsa will head to Arkansas, and San Antonio goes home to take on Midland on Tuesday. That is fouled in the way. The count now 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes to count. And here's the pitch. High in the air, straight away, up to the guy right there, and he'll make the play. He'll bring it back in front of the crowd. And that is the side retired. Well, no runs, no hits, errors, or anything like that as we head now to the 8th inning. San Antonio leads it 4-2. Right fielder Braden Carpathios hits that one straight away. And boy, that was a home run for him as he went in and he crushed it. Leading it off the top of the 8th inning is Braden Carpathios says he'll take that one in for a strike. And the count now 0-1. San Antonio and Tulsa down 6 outs left of this game. And pretty good on top of that. I gotta say, John, absolutely right. And that one was called third strike. And he rung him up to dry. As that is out number 1. Chase Bowden coming in. Bowden set to go. Wind up and the pitch. That is a high flyer right there up the left field. And they're 2 down. San Antonio down to their final 4 outs. And so far, pretty good. Pretty good as we look at the instant replay, and gotta say that was just a well executed fastball right there, John. That sure was. No balls, 1 strike to count. And here is the 0-1 delivery. And that is in for a strike, and the count now 0-2. The 0-2 delivery. High pop up, straightaway left. Left fielder will get it, and that's the inning. So no runs, hits, or errors. Nobody on for San Antonio as we head bottom half of the 8th inning, and the Missions lead it 4-2. Back here at the ballpark as Griffin Lockwood Powell will lead it off the bottom half of the 8th inning. So far, a pretty good one indeed. Here's the pitch right there and in. And the count now 0-1. Here's the pitch right there. Swing and a miss. The count now 0-2. 0-2. High pop up, straight away. Third base has it. Looks in his glove. And there is 1 down.
Now batting, center fielder,
Kendall George coming in now. Don't forget, after today, the kids can run the bases. And so far, if there is a lot of kids out there, that would be pretty good as well. So, bottom half of the 8th inning, San Antonio leading at 4-2. Drillers need a lot to catch up. I would say about 3 or 4 more of those runs would do pretty good for the home crowd. Yeah, but the only way you're going to get that there, John, is they got to get in and get some home runs going, not just waste outs by the meaning of that. That is for sure. I don't disagree with you right there, Bob. Kyle Nevin coming in is ready to go. Right back to the mound, straight to Andrew Dahlquist. and that is the out. Well, one more inning to go before we're said and done here in Oklahoma, and San Antonio leading at 4.
The Drillers, number
Paul
6,
Gervasi
Paul Gervais.
is coming in now as he'll be a pitch reliever here.
Kai Murphy.
Kai Murphy coming in now as he'll lead it off for the top of the ninth for San Antonio.
Aye.
And that will be inside for a strike. The count now at 0-1. Boy, so far would need a big victory here today. They'll get San Antonio to their 12th of the season. It's right there and out for the play as the first baseman will take it himself. And that is out number 1. Marcos Castañon coming in for a 2-for-3. That right there, pretty good. That's high fly in the air straight away, and it lands in front of the center fielder. And that is a 1-out single by Castañon. Clay Dungan coming in. He is set to go here in this afternoon as that's in for a strike. The count now 0-1. 1-for-4 double and a run by the shortstop today. Does that cloud look like a fish to you? Oh, it kind of looked like it. I do see a tail. Could it be a shark or a dolphin? Ooh, scary. That little toe-biting dog is a little shark. It's called third strike, and that is out number 2. Ty Roberts 3-for-4, a home run single, 2 RBIs. Coming in for San Antonio. And it's a pretty good one as that was in for a strike. And the count now at 0-1. No balls, 1 strike, the count, and the pitch. That's going to be a high fly, pop up straight away, left field, in time, and that will do it. 3 outs remain for Tulsa as we head for the bottom of the ninth. DePaula, Hope, and Earhart will lead it off when we come back from our break. And so far we go bottom of 9, San Antonio leading at 4-2. About set to go for the bottom of the ninth. Right now, the Drillers Baseball Network. Well, here is Josu DePaula as he'll lead it off. 3, 4, and 5 due up for the bottom of 9. That is a high pop-up straightaway to the second baseman, Castañon. And he'll gladly take it himself for the out. Zyphier Hope, the right fielder, coming in. 1-for-2 single RBI. Boy, San Antonio needs this win in order to pick up their 12th of the season. High pop up, straight away, shortstop. Getting it, and he'll run it down. And that is one out remaining for the Drillers. And so far, wasting outs, that's a big ouch for both sides. But especially if one team is winning, but the other team is losing, that gives it a pretty good differential on many other cases like that. Yeah, I gotta say, John, not easy enough to say, but it's kind of hard. Yeah. The 0-1. High pop up, and that is foul. And now they're down against it as their final out here in this bottom half of 9. Want to thank everybody for tuning in to this week. And again, we apologize for any late streams that we are doing. But so far, pretty good. Well, San Antonio wins that one as they struck out the last man up. Zach Earhart would go down on strikes. San Antonio picking up their 12th. Tulsa now their 14th of the season. And so far, that will do it for the Missions coming to Oklahoma this year. Wow, what a series that was to get it going. That is for sure there, Bob. Well, 4-12-0 for San Antonio. For Tulsa, it's 2-6-1. And so far, pretty good. Let's give you final scores. Midland winning 9-7 against... oops, I'm looking at something else. I do apologize. So we look at it for Sunday, May 3rd. It was Amarillo 9-2 against the Rockhounds. Midland winning 3-2 in game 2 through 8 innings. Springfield 7-6 against Northwest Arkansas. Arkansas and Wichita 8-4. And today, San Antonio winning 4-2. And that was pretty good. Well, anyway, for all of us here on this Sunday afternoon, what a way to get this one going. So, pretty good day as we wrap up a pretty good day. And so far, San Antonio takes their 12th win of the season. I do gotta say, I hope I am right about that. Yeah, so it was... Yeah. I think that was right. Yep, it was the 12th. So 12-15. So pretty good for San Antonio in that one. Well, 12-game homestand coming up for San Antonio. And so far, the Rockhounds and Windsurge will be the next two teams who will face off. And so far, pretty good as we wrap up on this May 3rd. Don't forget, we'll have May the 4th be with you on the 5th. And so far, pretty good night for Star Wars night as well. Ooh, that'd be pretty good. It'll be Revenge of the 5th. Ooh, yeah, that'd be even better. Well, anyway, for all of us here today, Roberts will be player of the game. Evan Federer will be the win for San Antonio. Griff McGarry will be the loss for Tulsa. Gotta say, glad we came, and so far, for everybody, for San Antonio and for Tulsa, our two teams, we'll see y'all again. We'll see Tulsa next year. I will say. But anyway, hope y'all have a good rest of the season. We'll keep y'all up in the date of our live streams and so far many more to come. Anyway, this has been Drillers and Missions Baseball. Our final score, San Antonio 4, Tulsa 2. So have a happy Sunday, everybody, and we'll see y'all again soon.